there, welcome to Beneath the Surface Tarot. Let's pull some cards and see what messages come out for you today. Okay, we have Distant Thunder, Clear the Air. And then the bottom of the deck, if I can get it. There we go. View from above, get the big picture. Okay, there's been, it looks like an argument or a misunderstanding between you and someone else. You know, and this is just telling you, maybe take a step back, take a look at the bigger picture, try to see it from their perspective, you know, and possibly there needs to be a clearing of the air. Or if it's not about an argument, it could just be, you know, maybe there's something that you're upset about, you know, going on in your life, whether it's your career, you know, whatever, and you just need to take a step back and look at the big picture. Sometimes we get too compartmentalized and we just need to take a moment, catch our breath, you know, God forbid, take a walk or something, and it helps. It helps. Okay, let's keep going. We have Face Your Fears. And then bottom of the deck we have Boundaries. It's okay to have boundaries. It's healthy to have boundaries, actually, but you know, sometimes our boundaries, if they're fear-based, it can keep us from living, for lack of a better way to say it. It can really stifle you. Okay, we have the Wheel, Fate, Destiny, a turning point, things working out in your favor, big changes are coming. Bottom of the deck, Secrets, moving in silence, hidden factors, lack of a communication, not having all the facts. You know, you could be fighting or, you know, having a disagreement with somebody about boundaries. Maybe somebody's being commitment phobe, you know, and because they're afraid because of past relationships or what their parents, you know, went through with their divorce. You know, it could be anything. Take it as it resonates. You know, and this lack of communication could be with this over here. You know, you need to step back and get the big picture. You know, try to see things from all perspectives. Okay. Oop, Boundaries is on the bottom of this one too. So somebody has boundaries up. Somebody has some boundaries up. Okay. What is your current energy? What's the current energy right now? Two of Wands. The Fool. Ooh, okay. The Hermit. You could be feeling a little isolationist right now because of it looks like there could be a decision between one path or another. You know, do you want to take that leap of faith? Is this a love reading? We'll find out as we dig in a little more. You know, there could be a disagreement about where is this relationship going? Are we going to move forward or am I wasting my time type of energy? Okay, what's coming towards you? What is coming towards you right now? Seven of Pentacles, King of Swords, Knight of Swords. There's a lot of communication coming in about a long-term investment. You know, and you're trying to think logically, you're trying to think clearly. And if this is you who, if somebody is wanting you to take things to the next level and you're not necessarily ready, it could be you pumping the brakes and saying, you know, and we need to think this out. This is a big decision. And it also could be, you know, on the flip side, because this is a general reading, it could be you wanting to pursue something here with this Knight of Swords, and somebody else is saying, you know, I just don't know if I'm ready yet. I'm not ready to take things to that next level. What's the obstacle here? What is the obstacle? Four of Cups. Seven of Cups. Oh, interesting. 10 of Cups. Yeah, this is definitely a relationship. The obstacle is somebody who's just not sure. They're just not sure, and they're reviewing their options. And I don't mean options as in other people. They've got a lot of boundaries. You know, I'm smelling fear of commitment. And it could be because of past, like I said earlier, past relationship. It could be because of, you know, their parents went through a horrible divorce. Or they're young and they're like, I just don't know if I'm ready yet because I feel like I'm still too young. You know, I see a kid here. There could be children involved. You know, I see it there too. You know, like, I don't know if I'm ready to make that next step. Or it could be even about kids, having kids. They're not ready. Again, this is general, so I'm trying to cover the bases without making it too specific. Yeah, there's Six of Cups again. It could have something to do with children involved. Okay. What is it that you need to release? What is it that you need to release? What is it that you need to release? Nine of Swords. The Moon. Two of Pentacles. You need to release the fear with this Nine of Swords here of the unknown with this Moon card. There's uncertainty. There's, you may be one of those people that likes to, you know where things are going. And right now, I don't think that's, there's a lot of changes with this Wheel of Fortune here underneath as well. There's a lot of uncertainty. I do think, even this Moon card is here, I do think eventually you're going to get that clarity. You're going to know which way is up and what's going on. But I think right now, somebody has a fear of taking things to the next level. Maybe the communication isn't that great with this lack of communication on this card up here with the secrets. You know, if that's you, or if that's the, just do your best to try to keep the lines of communication open. That's very, very important if you want this relationship to succeed. You know, there's the wheel here at the turning point. This relationship really is at a turning point, and it's, you know, you're going to have to appear, take a step back, get the big picture, try to look at things from the other person's point of view. You know, clear the air between the two of you. Okay, what is your advice? What is your advice? What is your advice? Star. Bottom of the deck, the High Priestess. Oh, that's nice. The Lover's at the bottom. You know, it's a choice to heal this relationship. You know, and deep down with this High Priestess here, you should know how the other person feels about you. Now, if you're not sure, then that could be your answer. But I like the Lovers here at the bottom of the deck. If you know this person genuinely loves you and they're just having, you know, fears over whether it's having kids or taking it to the next level, help them with that. You know, open up those lines of communication. So what's underneath here? The World. Yeah, it's either completion, successful completion, Temperance. Yeah, find the balance. Find the balance between the two of you. You can make this work. Just don't get don't go down the ultimatum road. If you go down the ultimatum road, that's not going to work out in your favor. It's just not. That one wanted to jump, it didn't come out. All right, let me get a card for you from this deck. Okay, it says fresh start. And then bottom of the deck is big dreams. In order to get this fresh start, you're going to have to do basically what this says. There is a chance for this to, even though there could be some squabbling or, you know, fighting, try to do what this card said. Take a step back, get the big picture from above, you know, and clear the air to have this fresh start so that you two can have your dreams together. Let me get one more. Both of them. Yeah, I think the relationship is ascending. I think the relationship will eventually go to the next level. It might not. You're gonna have to compromise on the pace. You know, you're gonna see signs going forward. Anyway, I hope this information was helpful for you. Wishing you all the best. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.